Hey everyone, today we're talking about colorings, a super important step in choosing the perfect paint color for your walls. So, what are colorings? Basically, they are small samples of paint that you can apply to your walls to see how the color looks in your actual space. Think of them as a test drive for your paint color. Now, why do you need colorings? Well, let's be honest, picking a paint color from a tiny chip can be pretty tricky. The color can look completely different on your walls depending on the lighting, the size of the room, and even the surrounding furniture. Colorings help you avoid any surprises and ensure you are happy with the final result. So, how do you conduct colorings correctly? Here's the deal. First, choose a few colors you're interested in. Don't be afraid to go a little outside your comfort zone. Then, get some small samples of those colors. You can usually get these at your local paint store. Now, apply those samples to your walls. Make sure you apply them in a good amount of light, so you can see the color accurately. And don't forget to look at the color at different times of the day, as the light changes. Once you've applied the samples, take a few days to live with them. See how the colors look in different lighting conditions. And most importantly, get feedback from others. After all, you want to make sure everyone loves the final look. Remember, colorings are your best friend when it comes to choosing the perfect paint color. They are a simple, yet effective way to ensure you are happy with the final result. So, don't skip this step. It's worth the extra effort. Hey everyone, today we're talking about colorings, and how to do them right. You know, when you're picking out paint for your home, it's super important to get the color just right. That's where colorings come in. So, what are colorings? Basically, it's a small sample of paint that you apply to your wall, so you can see how the color looks in your actual space. It's way better than just looking at a paint chip, because the color can look completely different depending on the lighting in your room. Now, let's talk about how to do colorings properly. First, you want to make sure you're using the right kind of paint. You don't want to use a sample pot, because those are usually a different formula than the actual paint you'll be using. So, ask your paint store for a small sample of the exact paint you're interested in. Next, you need to choose the right spot for your coloring. You want to pick a spot that's representative of the whole wall. Don't just do it in a corner, because the lighting might be different there. And make sure you're painting on a clean, dry surface. Now, here's a little trick I like to use. I always do my colorings on a piece of cardboard, like from a showbox. That way, I can move it around the room and see how the color looks in different lighting. Plus, it's easier to remove the cardboard than to repaint the wall if you don't like the color. Once you've got your coloring done, take some time to look at it in different lighting conditions. Look at it in the morning, afternoon, and evening. See how it looks under artificial light, too. This will give you a good idea of how the color will look in your space throughout the day. Now, let's talk about the cost of colorings. It's a small expense, but it's worth it to make sure you get the right color. You're probably looking at around $5 to $10 for a small sample of paint. And that's a lot cheaper than having to repaint your whole room if you don't like the color. So, there you have it. Colorings are a super important step in the painting process. They help you avoid costly mistakes and ensure that you're happy with the final result. So, don't skip this step. It's worth it.